Underground, overground, wombling free. Here we are to take on AFC Wimbledon, are we? But before we crack on with today's game against AFC Wimbledon, we do of course have our usual catch-up. Okay, ladies and gents, before we hop into those catch-up games, we are here in not Nick Cassavetes' version of The Notebook, but our version of The Notebook, a little bit different from his version, but as you can see, we've got an injury to kick things off with, and that is to Campbell. He picks that one up in the second game against Lincoln. He's only out for 1 to 3 more days, and well, he's not in our team plans for that next match anyway, so it's not too bad. On top of that, though, we do have a couple of personal matters to go over. First of all, there's an interesting one, which is a heads up about Zimba. What do you think Zimba's problem is? Do you think it's a lack of game time? No, it is his own faith in his ability to play. So, I'm just letting you know that Chuka Zimba doesn't seem himself at the minute. I think he believes he's not good enough to even be a regular player. So his problem is he thinks he's not good enough to get in the starting lineup, which is a really weird thing to say from him. But basically, he wants to go somewhere else because of that. He wants to be transferred. I agree to do that, but on the proviso that we can get a bit of money for him. Now, we did only pay $5,000 for him, but I've managed to negotiate him to $220,000. Now, we did actually get an offer for about $105,000, which is pretty darn reasonable. I could have took that, but to be honest, I like having him as a backup. He's pretty decent as a backup. He's still got plenty of growth in him. He's only 22 years old, so I'm trying to keep hold of him. If someone comes in crazy and offers the $220,000, then fine, I'll take the $220,000. But we agreed that, and we agreed to also not actively try and sell him for that. So the team has to come in and just ask for that amount. On top of that, we then have personal matters to discuss for Jenkinson and Morgan. Now, I believe I mentioned this in the last episode. In fact, I did mention this last episode, and we're in the same top. I'm recording this the exact same day, just a little later on. So we have Jenkinson. Jenkinson, he has been agreed to be loaned out. I've agreed to loan him out. I got sick of him nagging, so I went, fine, you can be loaned out. That's just the inevitable. It was inevitable that he was going to ask for that. Morgan, however, I ended up threatening to sell. He said, I want to go out on loan. So I was like, you know what? What about if I sell you? What about if we make this permanent? Because you know what? I don't mind actually selling him. If he said all right to that, I would have been okay with it. So I threatened to sell him, and then he backed down. So only one of them is now a pain in the backside, and that is Jenkinson. But we can hopefully find a decent replacement for him. He is getting a little old. He's 32 years of age, I want to say. 32 years of age. Does have that one England cap, of course, and 14 under-21 caps, as well as 3 goals in those, which is rather impressive. But as you can see, he's 2-star potential. He's past it. Don't know why he's complaining when he's a squad player, but he's on £600 per week. Hopefully we can get him a decent loan. Hopefully we can get a decent replacement in to cover for him. But without further ado, let's have a little look at those catch-up games. In the first of today's 2 cup catch-up clashes, we welcome Poole to York for the FA Cup. And although Poole in the end wasn't able to find a win, they did do themselves proud with a gallant display. Firstly, when Greenslade equalised Gibbs' opener, then after Campbell and Zimba scored to finish out a close 3-2 loss, as we advance now to play away at Preston. Next up was a rather pointless Papa John's trophy tie, and that is how it ended against Lincoln, because after a 17th minute missed penalty by Campbell, we then found ourselves in a penalty shootout. And well, this did start off well as Zimba, McLean and Campbell were all able to convert. However, after Jenkinson's miss was followed up by a goal from Lincoln, Jackson's second miss then put the final nail in the coffin. Okay, ladies and gents, match day is finally upon us, and besides our big 4th versus 7th fixture, there's 3 other major games going on here today. I'm not going to go through the entire fixture list, but I am going to focus on these 3 games, and those are Forest Green versus Charlton, which sees 8th versus 6th. We have Huddersfield versus Wigan, which is 2nd versus 3rd, and Shrewsbury versus Burton Albion, which is 1st versus 5th. But enough going on about other games. Time to crack on with ours. Let's head on over to the tactical meeting screen, where as you can see, it's a breezy, drizzly 16 degrees here today. 8,091 tickets have been sold of a 9,150 capacity. Very good pitch condition here today in Wimbledon, and we are going to apply those opposition instructions. Now, our team for today is Prisbeck in goal, the backline of Osu, Shipley, Adipan and Titov. In central midfield is Allen and Goss, with the wingers being Lubala and Williams, Pedder in between, and Vokes up front. A bench consisting of Adioki, Jenkinson, Jackson, Gibbs, Phillips, Chadwick and Zimba. But without further ado, let's submit the team, let's crack on with this. And as you can see, they are liking this formation, which is nice to see. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. They're a little bit weird on that, but as you can see, they have 6 changes to their lineup, hopefully weakening them, but who knows? I don't know what their players are like. As you can see, we are also here at Plough Lane, where hopefully we'll be ploughing some Wombles. But let's get back into the dressing room. Let's do our team talk. Let's do punch fists. Now we're doing well, and we're on a good run of form lately, so let's keep that going, shall we? Or do not let our good run of form come to an end here. Keep it going. These fans, no, we're not doing the fans one, so it's literally between these two. You know what? Don't let our good form come to an end here. Keep it going. Williams wants to keep it going. Osu wants to, and so does Titov. Titov admittedly has been playing absolutely awful, so it's a bit weird that he wants to keep it going. It looks like he's been trying to tank it, but hopefully he turns things around here today. And as you can see, Cambridge off to a great start, 2 minutes in against Oxford. But it's a ball hoofed straight up, and well, they're going for route 1. Thankfully, Titov is just going to nod it back for Prisbeck here on the 12th minute. Now it's over to Osu. Can Osu do anything on this left-hand side? It's ball up to Lubala. Lubala's got Osu behind him. It's now inside to Allen. Allen goes back to Shipley, though. Shipley across to Adiapan. And we're just going to hold possession for now. It's over to Titov. Titov has plenty of space on this right-hand side. He should probably go back inside to Goss. He does. It's ball by Goss. Lovely ball, in fact, over the top. Can Williams get on the end of it? No. Lee beats him back to it and plays it back to the goalkeeper now. Hoofed upfield. But Adipan should collect this one. But is that going to be the end of the highlight? Because that's a bit of a dull highlight. If so, it's going to be Titov inside to Goss. Goss now up to Williams. Williams is going to hold possession. He's going to pull it back for Goss once more. Goss, crossfield ball, finds Lubala. He's got Osu behind him. Maybe pull it back for Osu, my friend. Instead, he's going to whip it in for Vokes. And Vokes is being pushed over by Tilt. Come on. No booking. No booking, ref. He pushed him over. Come on, Goss. Come on. 13th minute. It's going to go down in the 14th minute if Goss can put it in the back of the net, though. Come on, Goss. Puts it in the bottom left corner. That's what we want to see, Sean. 3rd goal of the season. Sean Goss, even. Yeah, Sean Goal. Why not? As goal is off to a beautiful start here. I was going to change that, if you don't mind. I would like to go to balance now. Be a little... Actually, you know what? No, we've got 72% possession. We'll keep at it. We'll keep at it. We'll stay positive. We've got 70-odd% possession. We're down to 60-odd% possession now. I kind of ruined our possession by dropping it down to balance for a little bit, but Titov throws it into Williams. Back to Titov once more. Can he get anything going down this right-hand side? He's going to pull it back for Adipan. Now up to Goss. Goss up to Pedder. He finds Vokes. Vokes is going to turn. Pass it over to Osu. Osu's got way too much space on this left-hand side. Can he utilise it, though? Whips it in. Sam Vokes. Free header. Nods it down for Williams. Is he onside? That's my only worry. If he's onside. Yeah, he's onside. Sweet. I wasn't sure if he strayed offside a little bit or whether that right back was just keeping him on. I think the right back just keeps him on because it looked like he was past the rest of the defenders, to be honest. But we shall take it. Lovely goal here. Okay, there's a couple of players. I think both of these are keeping him on, to be fair. He might have been as well, the central defender. Nice job, Williams. Nice job. Nice little pass as well from Samuel Vokes to nod it on to him. And ladies and gents, 2-0 lead. Not bad. Not bad at all. They aren't shooting very well. They're not passing particularly great. And we've put 2 in the back of the net. So, let's head over to the dressing room. I'm happy with how we've dominated position so far. Lubala, I'm not happy with your 6.6, but the rest of the team, okay, and Titov on the 6.6 as well. Again, like I said, Titov has really been trying to tank this team, I swear. I'm happy with your performance so far. Great job, lads. Titov and Lubala, I'm looking at both of you for substitutes when we get to our usual substitution time. Now, in the other games, Cambridge is 2-0 up. Forest Green is 1-1 at home to Charlton. And I'm a little gassy from my drink. So, Alan plays it across to Goss. Goss is going to hold possession. Now finds Osu. Osu's got playing space on this left-hand side. Can he utilise it? He should pull it back. He's got support behind him. He does. Finds Alan. Alan's going to go 1-2 with Osu, though. Back post. Sam Vokes has scored another one. Come on. 7th goal of the season. And ladies and gents, we have a 3-0 lead. But it's not going to count. Okay. He's offside. Is it by a long way? It's got to be narrow, surely. Okay, it's by quite a bit. In fact, we've got 2 players offside here. It's okay. We've got a 2-goal lead. I'll take a 2-goal lead. And right now, looks like we've got a free kick in a dangerous position. Can we make use of it, though? I believe it will be Goss to take it. It is. Sean Goss steps up to take it. He goes for goal. Is it the post? Is it the post? Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort indeed. And Titov has picked his game up, and Lubala is still struggling on a 6-6, though. It's a ball in to Vokes, nodded away. Goss gets it, nods it back in instead. It's nodded out for a second time. Adipan gets it, though. Now it's with Titov. Titov, lovely ball up to Williams. Lee's going to beat him to it, though, again. Just a little bit too much on those passes from Titov today. Adipan, though, nods it on to Titov. Titov's going to come down this right-hand side. Plays it to Williams. Williams, can he get past Lee this time? He does. He's ran past Lee. He's got plenty of space on this right-hand side. Can he whip in a good cross? It's a low one. Vokes short to Titov, and it's back into Lubala. Come on. That is some great build-up football. Lovely team play. Ball back in from Titov to the back post. And ladies and gents, Lubala should be getting himself off that 6.6, which is nice. It's nice. Our lowest player is probably going to be Titov on a 6.8 now, which is nice to see. Nice to see, yeah. That's jumped him right up to a 7.3. Okay. Green across the board except for Alan. Alan's letting the side down at the moment. So we're going to go to about the 65th. 65th, right. So apparently Alan is now our weakest performer. Not particularly. We are going to make some subs. I know, we're all playing well. No one's particularly tired, to be honest. And I don't know when our next game is. But I'm going to assume it's less than a week away. It's probably less than a week away. So we should think about resting a couple of players up. Who are our most tired players? Adipan, Peda, Lubala. You know what? Adipan, I'm going to take you off for Jackson. And then swap them across. Shipley can go over to the right-hand side. He can get nice and rested for our next fixture. We then have Peda now. Peda can come off for Chardwick. And then we shall hold on to the remaining players. Just in case we get a knock. We'll have a nice substitute just waiting there ready for us. So, coming up to the 70th minute, we've got 20 minutes remaining in this one. Can we get a 4th against Wimbledon? We've crept up to 3rd, by the way. 3 goals gets us up to 3rd in the league. Not too bad. And we have a game in hand over quite a few teams as well. So, I'm not sure who that particular game is against. I believe it's against Lincoln. I want to say it's against Lincoln, because Lincoln game did get pushed back. So, I'd assume that is the game in hand, of course. That's a goal kick, though. Bolton, by the way, 2-0 up against Newport County. Cambridge is 3-1 up against Oxford. Forest Green is 2-1 against Charlton. How are the other games going, though? Williams is going to play it back to Allen. Now, Osu. Osu's going to try and get it down this left-hand side. He finds Vokes. Vokes has been upended. Surely Mills is going to be sent off for that one. Already on a yellow card. It's got to be a second one. Surely, ladies and gents. It is. It's a second yellow card. And they're down to 10 men. Okay, things are getting worse for Wimbledon. Can we get a 4th? Goss! It wasn't as close as the last one. It wasn't as close. So, other games. Huddersfield's beaten Wigan 1-0. Portsmouth is now 1-0 down to Northampton due to a late goal. Crewe Alexander's beaten Preston 2-0. And continuing Preston's awful time down in League One after recently being relegated from the Championship. I don't know if they've got financial struggles, but they've definitely got result struggles at the moment. But, ladies and gents, we've just picked up a 3-0 victory against one of the teams pushing for the playoffs in Wimbledon. Next up, we've got a big game against Charlton as well. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.